What's going on, guys? I know the background looks a little different. Just got done filming a video with the green screen, so stay tuned for that. But what you're about to watch right now is actually a project that I helped someone with. My roommate's girlfriend, Hannah, is in a media production class, and she needed a few people to do an interview with. Basically, they do like an actual live television interview where they have a control room, different cameras, directors, all that stuff. So basically, my roommate, Jesse, interviewed me on what it's like to be a media mogul. And yes, I made him say media mogul instead of YouTuber. Now, a few things before getting into it. One, we were both really nervous because I'm not used to doing a lot of one-take things. Like, even these, I suck at. This is what the beginning of the video clip that I use for my videos always looks like. What's going on, guys? It's in the podcast that me and Reese would do would really be the only kind of experience I have with just going for a long time and not stopping. Which there's really no part of my life where I'm good at that. That's one thing. Two, if you notice, Jesse's pants are like the exact same color as his skin, so it looks like he's not wearing pants. That's funny. And another thing, my dress shirt was way too tight. I really had gone to town on some Portillos the night before, so you can see my buttons kind of like stretching as I sit down. And in the middle of the interview, there's room for a commercial break, so I just threw in the video that my brother made with me, the commercial Gilbert Sockstein Sock Emporium off 4th and Main. Anyways, enjoy the video.
I'm your host, Jesse Schock. Today I have with me self-proclaimed media mogul Chris James, who's taking the internet by storm. Chris, thanks for being with us today.
Anytime.
So Chris, what is it that made you want to become a media mogul?
Well, I think there was a lot of factors to play. I think the biggest one being that I have an attention-seeking personality, so I found out at a very young age that I could turn that into a career somehow, and I've been doing that for the past 9 years.
Well, Chris, you certainly do love attention. Well, let me ask you this. What would be your favorite video of yours?
Well, as I said before, I've been doing videos for over 9 years now, so there's a lot to choose from. But I would say my favorite one would be one where I kind of made fun of sitcoms, did a whole sitcom parody, did the whole intro and everything, and a lot of my friends were in it, so that made it pretty fun to do.
I did love really making that video. What channels are your biggest influence?
I wouldn't necessarily say I draw my inspiration from YouTubers necessarily. I watch a lot of different creators, and none of them really pertain to the type of content that I do. I would say that like SNL and sketch comedy shows like that and the Chappelle Show really are like the biggest motivators for the type of content that I do.
That's fascinating. Well, you seem to be on the YouTube platform a lot. What don't you like about YouTube?
I would say the lack of communication between YouTube and its creators. There's not a lot of communication going on there. There's a lot of issues. For example, demonetization of videos, not being rightfully demonetized. For example, the algorithm will pick certain words or think a video is not suitable for all advertisers when it actually is. And when creators ask, why did you demonetize this video? YouTube doesn't really have an explanation most of the time. They just kind of say, well, it's the algorithm and we're learning from it. So not a lot of communication there.
Wow, that's really interesting. Thanks for the insight into that. Well, let me ask you this. Could you describe your channel for our audience using only 2 words?
Inconsistent.
Chris, it's only 1 word.
It sounds like a few, though.
That's great. We'll be right back with a sneak peek at the creative process after a word from our sponsors.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Do you like socks? Well, boy, do I, Gilbert Sockstein, have the place for you! Come on down to Gilbert Sockstein Sock Emporium off of 4th and Main, located on 4th and Main. At Gilbert Sockstein Sock Emporium off of 4th and Main, we'll sell you the best quality socks my wife's money can buy. If you don't believe me, just listen to some of these satisfied customers. Let's go! I mean, yeah, I don't really know what you want me to say. Socks were fine. Store kind of smelled like cat pee, though. Oh, that's a good one! The socks that I had purchased at Gilbert Sockstein Sock Emporium off of 4th and Main, located off of 4th and Main, were of the utmost quality of socks that I have ever purchased, and I have purchased a lot of socks. Also, I am not Gilbert's brother. That was not my brother. So come on down to Gilbert Sockstein Sock Emporium off of 4th and Main, located on 4th and Main, where wear a sock above the rest.
Welcome back, everyone. Chris, why don't you take us through the creative process of a Chris James video?
Well, I wish it were simple, but it really is just a bundle of chaos. You see, after I upload a video, about 4 months go by where I do absolutely nothing.
Right.
Hopefully in that 4-month span, little creative spark happens in my mind and I get an idea for a video. Then after that 4 months is done, another 2 months goes by where I talk about it with my friends. They get tired of it and they say, "Chris, you always do this, you just talk about it and you never do it." And then I say, "Okay, you're right." Then I start writing the video. That takes another 2 months. After that's done, I contact my brother, say, "Hey, you want to help me film a video?" He takes about 2 weeks to do that because he's got a busy life. Then once we do that, we shoot, I edit, post, and 63 views.
Well, Chris, I can make that 64. Is there anything you'd like to plug? Any events coming up? That camera, that camera, that camera, come on, man.
Well, big event coming up. My 8.5 months is just about due, so another video is going to be coming out soon. You can check it out at youtube.com/ChrisJamesTV.
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have, but I think I would like to throw out one more question to you. What do you like about YouTube the most?
I would say the ability for anybody to do it. You can just go out, get a camera at Best Buy, make a video, and if you play your cards right, you're big in 6 months.
Maybe I should start a YouTube channel.
Well, maybe, probably not. But
Okay. Well, again, I'm afraid that's all the time we have. Thanks for breaking my heart, Chris. Thanks for tuning in to Creators Unwrapped. And thank you to our audience for tuning in. I'm going to go not cry in the other room. Thank you, guys. Good night.